celebrating the fourth anniversary of the online lecture series. And Professor Devendra Singh, sir, Director of Research is IERARD, will be presenting the report of 4 year journey of our program as well as the future program that will take place. So we are indeed happy, pleased and blessed to associate this year in this episode. And on behalf of founders and makers of modern geography, propose a warm heartiest welcome to all the dignitaries present here. Our President of the session, Dr. Vinod Kumar Singh, Director of MACMO and Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. So welcome our chief guest of the session, Professor Anuradha Sharma Madam, Professor and former head Department of Geography from Jammu University. Our distinguished guest, Dr. Lokesh Srivastava sir, head Department of Postgraduate Studies and Researches in Geography, and Durgavati University, Jabalpur from Andhra Pradesh. Our special guest on the occasion, Professor V.M. Sir, former professor and Department of Geography, Center for Environmental Science, University of Madras from Tamil Nadu. We have our guest of honors, Professor Ram Sakal Yadava sir, former professor and Department of Geography, Institute of Science, Naras University, Varanasi. Professor Anil Kumar Sinha, Professor and Department of Geography, Rajiv Gandhi Government Postgraduate College, Ambikapur from Chhattisgarh. Guest of honor, Professor A.K. Bhagavathi sir, former professor and Department of Geography, Guwahati University from Assam, and ex-president of IIT. And guest of honor, Professor K.V. Chambers sir, former professor and Department of Geography, Indian University from Haryana. Professor M.S. Siddiqui, Department of Geography, Jamia Millia Islamia University from New Delhi. Dr. Arjun Professor, Associate Professor, Department of Geography, Sangeet, Pune, Maharashtra. Dr. Kiran Naik, Department of Geography, Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce from Goa. And our most respected and we have been giving great support to this founders and makers of modern geography are the observers from SAGA, South Asia Geographers Association, mainly Professor Sardar Ali Shiragi sir, former professor and chairman, Institute of Geography, University of Punjab, Lahore, and Vice President of Pakistan Geographical Association. Professor Umesh Kumar Mandal sir, head Department of Geography from Central Department, Indian University, Patna. Professor M.S. Islam sir, Professor and Chairman, Department of Geography and Environment, Dhaka University, Bangladesh. Professor L.N. Karmasiri sir, Senior Professor and Chairman, Department of Geography, University of Kenya from Sri Lanka. Professor Praveen Saptarshi sir, UGC Emeritus Professor, former Professor and Department of Environmental Science, Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune, Maharashtra. Dr. Laser from Department of Geography and Planning, Royal University of Bhutan. Fidel Hemati sir, Department of Geography from Kabul, working as a research scholar in Royal University. And today's vote of thanks that will be proposed by Dr. Rashmi Rai Madam. Welcome, Madam. She is Professor in Department of Geography, Vasanta College for Women, Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi. The most dynamic person and the visionary of this episodes are intercessor, Professor Devendra Prakash Singh sir, former professor, Department of Geography, Patliputra University, Patna, and Director of Researches, IERARD, Patna. Former co-chairman, Commission on Geography of Peace, Nagi Convener, Sada, former president, AGBG. The most crucial support that is being provided by our organizing secretaries, Dr. Amrish Kumar Rai, Assistant Professor in Postgraduate Department of Geography, Near Kuwar Singh University, Bihar, and Dr. Amit Kumar, Assistant Professor in Lead, Vijay Department of Geography, Indian University, Bihar, and the technical support provided by Dr. Dev Prakash, Assistant Professor, Department of Geography, Bihar University, Bihar. And the most important support that is being provided is by Dr. Shashi Bhushan in most of the episodes. Besides, we have dignitaries from all over the country, from different departments, and research scholars and other participants. Thank you so much for joining. A warm welcome to all of you. Thanks a lot. With permission of our President, Dr. Vinod Kumar Singh, sir, I would like to give a brief introduction of our President today to all the audience present here. Dr. Vinod Kumar Singh, President of today's episode, is the President of the Indian National Cartographic Association. He has also been elected as member of Board of Trustees, Indian Association for the Study of Population. He has served as a scientific reviewer committee member in the 5th International Conference on Public Health, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Sir was involved in the demarcation and delineation of boundaries of territorial constituencies on the basis of 2001 census under the delimitation exercise of 543 Lok Sabha and 4120 Assembly constituencies in India. Sir has been it has been a gigantic cartographic and mapping task under delimitation boundary commission of India. Sir has also served as a member of the task force for quality assurance of 2011 Housing and Population Census, Directorate of Census Operations, Uttar Pradesh. Since 2019, Sir has been serving as the associate editor of the Indian Journal of Population and Development, published by MLC Foundation, Bhopal. Currently, Sir is member of Geospatial Information Sectional Committee, Laboratory of Information Technology and Design, Bureau of Indian Standards, the National Standards Body of India, Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution of the Government of India. Sir is also member of National Spatial Data Infrastructure Executive Committee, Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, level. Member of the Committee on Development of Geospatial Education and Skilling Ecosystem in the country as mandated by the National Geospatial Policy 2022. Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science, Government of India. Member of Demarcation of Jurisdiction of CGHS Kolkata Committee, Office of the Additional Director, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Born on 12th October 1975, Dr. Vinod Kumar Sir joined the central government's civil services in the year 2002 and belonged to General Central Services. Dr. Vinod Kumar Singh graduated in Geography Honors and has post-graduation in Geography from BHU Varanasi. He cleared UGC National Eligibility Test in Geography as Masters of Philosophy in Population Studies from IITS Mumbai and PhD in Geography from Uttar University, Bhubaneswar. So started his career as geographer in the office of the Registrar General and Census Commissioner in Delhi, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India in the year 2002 and reached the chair of Assistant Registrar General, New Delhi. For his outstanding work and expertise during his service of more than 20 years in the office of the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India, he has been conferred with the prestigious Census Silver Medal by the Honorable President of India in the year 2020. Presently, Sir is the Director, Joint Secretary level of NATMO, the oldest and the only map-making organization of the Union Government and an important stakeholder of national geospatial policy. Sir is an eminent scholar in geography. More than 50 papers of him are published in national and international journals and 3 edited books. He has chaired various committees and associations and is a member of various national and international geographers associations. Sir has recently visited Rotterdam, Netherlands during May 24 as a part of the three members Indian delegation to participate in the India Geospatial Business Summit in 2024, organized by Geospatial World Forum, where Dr. Singh received the Geospatial World Excellence Award 2024 on behalf of Indian geographers and participants as invited business person and represented India in the first ever Asia Cargo 2024, the Asian Cartographic Conference convened by International Cartographic Association in December 2024. Sir, we are indeed very happy and blessed to have you here with us as president of the session and give you a very warm welcome and also thank from the core of your heart for associating with us, sir. With your kind permission, I would now like to invite Dr. Devendra Prakash Singh, sir, to please give a brief journey of our 4 years of founders and makers of modern development. Dr. Devendra Singh, sir, please.
Thank you, Madam, very much for inviting me to present the report card of our 4 years of journey, which we have started on the 27th of June 2021. With the blessings and supports of most of the senior geographers of the country and friends and young geographers too. We have also mustered support from outside the bounds of the country, including the South Asian countries and even European and American countries. Now, I am very much happy to present you the progress report of our 4 years of journey of online lecture series on founders and makers of modern geography in India. Respected chairman, sir, senior geographers from all over the country and friends, and also from out of the country. Good afternoon to all you, sirs and madams. It is a happy moment for me to present the progress report of our 4 years of journey of the online lecture series of founders and makers of modern geography in India, conducted by IERARD, Patna, Bihar. We have successfully organized 62 online lectures under the online lecture series of founders and makers of modern geography in India. The first episode, which was the inaugural episode, was organized on the 27th of June 2021, and it was presided over by the senior most geographer of the country, Professor K.R. Dixit. And it was inaugurated by two very senior and important professors of the country, namely Professor P.S. Tiwari of Chennai and Professor M.S. Qureshi of Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. And one very important professor from Bihar, Professor R.B.P. Singh, Ras Bihari Prasad Singh, was conducted the session, and very important person of Geography India, Professor Rana Pratap, who has been acted as the patron of our all the conducts, has given the vote of thanks. And it was attended by very senior professors of country coming across India. Episode number 2 was devoted to two very early geographers of the country, Professor N. Subramaniam and M. Subramaniam. And the lecture was delivered by one very senior professor, Professor Kumaraswamy. And it was chaired by, again, very senior professor, M.H. Qureshi of JNU. And with the lecture on N. Subramaniam and M. Subramaniam, we have started the journey. and we now become able to complete 62 episodes. This way, episode number 3 was chaired by Professor V.C. Jha of Shantiniketan. He was also the chairman, director of NATMO. And again, many senior professors were attended along with the junior one. And this session was the third episode was devoted to three very early geographers who can be named as the founder of modern geography in India. The first professor of Indian geography in Indian University was Professor Major E.W. Dan, who started the first university department of geography in Indian subcontinent. That is in Aligarh Muslim University. And he was succeeded by the second most early professor of geography in Indian subcontinent, Professor Amadur Rahman Khan, and again succeeded by Professor S.M. Tahir Rizvi, all belong to the first university department of geography of Indian subcontinent. And we organized our fourth episode, and it was chaired by Dr. P. Nag, the very, very important and very, very dynamic geographer of the country, and the only geographer who was raised to the post of Director of Survey of India. He chaired the session, and the session was devoted to three early geographers of our country, and they were Professor H.L. Chibar, Professor S.P. Chatterjee, and Professor R.N. Dubey of Allahabad. This way, we organized our fifth episode on the 26th of September 2021, and it was devoted to two very early geographers of the country, Dr. A.N. Kapoor of Ludhiana and O.P. Bhardwaj of Punjabi University, Patiala. This way, we came to organize our sixth episode, and it was devoted to Professor George Kurian, Professor B.M. Thirunarayanan, Professor A.R. Iravati, and N. Ananta Padmanabham of University of Madras. The seventh episode was devoted to, again, three very senior professors of geography in country, and they were really the founder of geography in Patna University, Patna, Professor Sarasand Majumdar, Professor S.C. Chatterjee, Professor S. Jahir Hassan, and Dr. S.A. Majid. The eighth episode was devoted to one very, very shining star of Indian geography, none other than Professor C.D. Deshpande, who started two departments of geography, one in Harvard and another in Bombay. And ninth episode was also very, very important because it was devoted to one very, very luminary geographer of our country, Professor Ram Lochan Singh, who was the founder of Banaras School of Geography. And he oriented the Banaras School of Geography in such a good manner, in such a significant fashion that pattern of School of Geography in India was switched on. The 10th episode was devoted to three four very senior professors who founded the teaching of modern geography in then University of Nagpur. They were Professor Sitanshu Mukherjee, Professor B.K. Bidwai, Professor B.G. Tamaskar, and Professor N.C. Jana. And it was presided over by Professor Sudesh Nangia, again very senior professor of our country, who supported our move to core of her heart. And due to support of such senior geographers of the country, we have actually completed the 4 years of our journey. The 11th episode was devoted again to one very dynamic dean and doyen of Indian geography, none other than Professor Parameswar Dayal, who was the founder of modern geography in the state of Bihar. The 12th episode was again devoted to one very senior professor who has started the university departments in 2 of our very important universities. One, the Department of Geography of University of Guwahati, another the Department of Geography of SBP Pune University, and the person was none other than Professor V.S. Ganathan, who devoted his entire life in promoting the cause of modern geography. Our 13th episode was devoted to 7 early geographers of Dharwad University, Karnataka University, Dharwad. They were Professor M.P. Srivastava, Professor J.R. Goodman, Dr. Subodh Chandra Bose, Dr. B.N. Sinha, Dr. G.S. Singh, Dr. A.N. Balakrishna Reddy, and Dr. M.S. Honarao. And it was presided over by one very senior professor of geography, Professor S. Sivgananam of Madras. Our 14th episode was devoted to very two important geographers hailing from the then state of Bihar. One, Professor Inayat Ahmad, who founded the University Department of Geography in Ranchi University, Ranchi. Another very significant geomorphologist of the country of international repute, Professor Ram Parvez Singh. And it was presided over by Professor R.N. Sinha of Baroda and convened by Professor K. Kumaraswamy. The 15th episode was devoted to 3 early founders and makers of modern geography in the University of Punjab, Chandigarh, and they were Dr. V.K. Sarkar, Professor Gurudev Singh Ghosal, and Professor A.B. Mukherjee. Friends, Professor Gurudev Singh Ghosal is supposed to be the father of population geography in India, or father of Indian geography of population, and he was also very important person who shaped and designed the geography of population in Punjab University, and Punjab University became the school of Indian population geography. The 16th episode was devoted to the founders and makers of modern geography in the Osmania University, Hyderabad, and they were Professor Syed Ahmad, who founded the Department of Geography. But friends, it is unfortunate that not even a single sentence we have located, traced regarding the founder of geography in the famous Department of Geography of Osmania University, Professor Syed Ahmad. We have no trace, we have no knowledge, and no person has helped us in tracing the biography of Professor Ahmad. Again, Professor C.G. Asmith, Professor B.N. Chaturvedi, Professor V.S. Prakasa Rao, and Professor Shah Manjur Alam. The biography of these professors were discussed in our episode number 16. Similarly, the 17th episode was devoted to the founders and makers of modern geography in Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar. And they were Mr. Makim, Mr. G.R. Gere, Dr. V.C. Misra, Professor S.M. Malik. Friends, again, it is very unfortunate that we have no record and no documentation about two early founders of modern geography in the University of Osmania, that is Mr. Makim and Mr. G.R. Gere. We have no trace even in a single sentence regarding these two very early founders of modern geography in India. So, friends, it is very sad to note the plight of the situation and absence of documentation. The 18th episode was devoted to, again, very, very important Dean and Doyen of Indian Geography, Padma Shri, Professor A.M. Safi, the Doyen of Indian Geography, who not only established the study and researches in agricultural geography in the country, but transformed his department, the Aligarh Muslim University department, into the School of Agricultural Geography and Land Use. Episode number 19 is devoted to two very important geographers from Bihar, Professor Adyasaran and Professor S.M. Karimi. These two early geographers have also devoted their entire career and life for the evolution and making the modern geography a great. Similarly, our 20th episode was devoted to two very important geographers of state of Rajasthan. They were Professor Ganesh Narayan Mathur and Professor N. Bhattacharya. We have also discussed in that episode about Professor Indrapal, Professor S. Dhavaria, and Professor A.K. Tiwari of Jodhpur. Episode number 21 was organized on the completion of a complete 1 year of our journey, and it was presided over again by the senior most and most luminary geographer of our country, Professor K.R. Dikshit. He blessed us with his all kind words and directed us and advised us to go forward. And on the occasion of completion of an year, on the advice of many senior geographers and friends, we have formed 10 action groups under the aegis of Institute of Environmental Research and Rural Development. The 22nd episode was devoted again to one very important geographer of our country, Professor Kanan Gopal Bagchi, the great gemophologist of our country and the great expert of Gangetic Delta, gemorphology of Gangetic Delta. The 23rd episode was devoted to two founders and makers of modern geography in the University, AMS University, Barodara, Professor B.A. Janki, Professor R.N.P. Sinha. And it was presided over by Professor R.B.P. Singh, and Professor S.K. Chattopadhyay was the chief guest. 24th episode was devoted to founders of modern geography in the University of Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Sagar. And they were Professor V.C. Misra, Professor N.P. Iyer, Professor Pramila Kumar, and Professor R.S. Dubey. 24th episode was devoted to the three founders and makers of modern geography in the University of Guwahati, and they were Professor Hari Singh, Hari Prasan Das, Professor Minadhar Bhatt Thakur, and Professor Muhammad Tahir. And it was presided over again by one of the very senior most geographer, living geographer of our country, Professor P.S. Tiwari. And lectures were devoted by important professors of the University of Guwahati. 26th episode was devoted to Professor Biraisar Banerjee, again very senior geographer of our country, and lecture was delivered by Swasti Mukherjee, one of his closest disciples. The 27th episode was devoted to two founders and makers of modern geography in Gorakhpur University, which is presently known as Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gorakhpur University, Gorakhpur, and they were Professor Mahatam Singh, the founder of geography department in the University of Gorakhpur, and again very important urban geographer of our country and leader of the contemporary geography, Professor Ujagar Singh. The 28th episode was devoted to 5 early makers of modern geography in the University of Delhi, and they were Professor M.P. Thakur, Professor Shyam Sundar Bhatia, Dr. Amrit Lal, Dr. Savitri G. Burman, and Ranjit Tirtha, and Professor Ataur Rahman of University of Peshawar was the chief guest, and Professor A.C. Rai was the president. 29th episode was devoted to this episode was devoted to the finalization of modalities for celebration of 100 years of geography in South Asia. And it was presided over by N. Sivgananam, and keynote speaker was Professor M.H. Qureshi, and convener was P.R. Vyas, and it was coordinated by Professor Safdar Ali Siraji, Professor and Head, retired, the University of Punjab, Lahore, and we have panelists from all over country who suggested several norms and modalities for the foundation observation of finalization of modalities of 100 years geography in South Asia. And from here, our friends from South Asian countries and departments and association of geographers from all the our SAARC countries, they have decided to form a new organization, that is South Asia Geographer Association, and they decided that we should not limit ourselves to the founders and makers of modern geography in India itself, but we should go beyond the boundaries of present country India and include the entire Indian subcontinent, because all the founders of geography in other countries of South Asia other than India, they are also from India, and it was presided over by V.S. Phadke of Mumbai and moderated by Professor Safdar Ali Siraji of Lahore and Professor Nazrul Islam by the chief of Bangladesh by the chief guest. And it was decided to form a association, South Asia Geographer Association. The 31st episode was devoted again to one very leading contemporary geographer, Professor H.L. Kastha of BHU Varanasi. And lecture was delivered by Professor R.S. Yadav of BHU Varanasi.
उसके बगल में व्हाइट कलर का
The 32nd episode was devoted again to two very important and early geographers from Deen Dayal Gorakhpur University, Gorakhpur, and they are Professor Jagdish Singh and Professor V.K. Srivastava. They two are very significant, important, and very leading, dynamic, living geographers of our country. 33rd episode was devoted to again one very important professor of geography of Banaras Hindu University, A.S. Johri, and lecture was delivered by Dr. P. Nag, and it was presided over by P.S. Tiwari. The 34th episode was devoted to late Principal C.B. Joshi and Professor C.D. Deshpande, who were the founders and makers of Department of Geography in University of Mumbai. The 35th episode was devoted to two early founders and makers of modern geography in the Utkal University, Bhubaneswar, and they were Dr. Mr. Gauri Datta and Dr. D.K. Singh. And speakers were K.M. Sethi and G.K. Panda. The 36th episode was devoted to late Professor B. Arunachalam, very important geographer from the University of Mumbai. The 37th episode was devoted to a very, very leading geographer of South Asia. And he was Professor Qazi Saifuddin Ahmad, who started his career from Aligarh Muslim University and founded the Department of Geography of Punjab University, Lahore in 1944, and known as the father of geography in Pakistan, or Babae Pakistan Geography, and a speaker was Professor Safdar Ali Siraji. So this time we crossed the boundary of our country and entered in the premises of South Asian country. The 38th episode was organized on the second anniversary of our journey, and it was chaired by Professor Dr. P.T. Sanag, convened by S.B. Chauhan. Chief guest was Professor Safdar Ali Siraji, and guest of honor Professor R.C. Dhusa from USA, and guest of honor Umesh Kumar Mandal from Kathmandu. The 39th episode was devoted to the founder of geography in the state of Chhattisgarh and in the University of Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University, Chhattisgarh, and he is known as the father of modern geography in the state of Chhattisgarh. And he was a field geographer, and he, for the first time, studied the human geography in a tribal infested district of Bastar of Chhattisgarh. The 14th episode was devoted to Professor P. Pandey of Ranchi, and it was presided by Professor H.S. Gupta of Raipur. The 41st episode was devoted to R.C. Chandana, the living and leading population geographer of the country, hailing from University of Punjab, Chandigarh. The 42nd episode was devoted to Professor K. Sita of Mumbai University, Mumbai. 43rd episode was devoted to A.R. Irabati, who started her career on the bank of Irabati in present Myanmar, anchored her career in the University of Madras, and founded the Department of Geography in the K. Kamraj University, Madurai. The 44th episode was devoted to Sri Vijay Shankar Rao of Mumbai University. The 45th episode was devoted to Professor V.S. Phadke, one of the leading geographer of our country. Another episode, the 46th episode, was devoted to my Reverend Guru, Professor Murari Pathak of Magadh University, Bodh Gaya, who was the cultural geographer of the country, and he worked on the cultural history of Gaya and guided many students for original researches related to cultural geography. The 47th episode was devoted to Professor Bhuneshwar Prasad, my teacher, and founder of Geography Department of Magadh University, Bodh Gaya. And it is very significant to note that Professor Prasad was the topper of his batch in 1939 in the Department of Geography of Aligarh Muslim University. And he was the batchmate of very, very senior geographers of our country, Professor R.P. Singh, Professor P. Dayal, Professor M.P. Thakur, and so many very shining and leading contemporary geographers of the country. But he devoted his entire life and entire career to the city of Gaya and founded the Department of Geography, not only in the Gaya College Gaya, and also founded the Department of Geography of Magadh University, Bodh Gaya, and trained thousands and thousands of our students and oriented them, transformed them into the future geographers of the country. Friends, I am one of them. His beloved disciple, and I am here only because of the blessings of Professor Bhuneshwar Prasad. So, Bhuneshwar Prasad was also one of the leading founder geographer of our country. The 48th episode was devoted to Professor Gopal Krishna of Punjab University, Chandigarh, and we were in regular contact of Professor Gopal Krishna, and a few days after our episode, he left us for his heavenly abode. 49th episode was devoted to one very, very important geographer, geomorphologist of our country, Professor N.K.P. Sinha, friend. He was the first Indian geomorphologist who worked in the Samana of South Africa, and he was registered for doctoral research in a University of Canada. So he was a very, very dynamic geomorphologist of our country. 50th episode was devoted to Professor R.P. Misra, one of the fatherly figure of contemporary Indian geographer, and I was blessed and I have privilege of his very much affection and blessings. And the episode 50th episode was devoted to Professor R.P. Misra. The 51st episode was devoted to Professor K.N. Singh, one very dynamic and very significant geographer of our country. And friends, I am feeling happy to note that Professor K.N. Singh was the PhD examiner of my doctoral thesis, and he blessed me in so many ways. The 22nd episode was again devoted to one very, very important geographers of the country who can be termed as the teachers of founders of modern geography, or makers of many makers of modern geography in India, because he was also the first doctoral degree holder from any Indian university in the field of geography. The 53rd episode was organized on the 3rd anniversary of our journey, and it was presided over by P. Nag, and there were a host of panelists, and most of them are the leading contemporary geographer of our nation. The 54th episode was given to Professor S.S. Shiv of Jammu University, Jammu, and it was presided over by G.B. Singh. And a speaker was the today's chief guest, Professor Anuradha Sharma. 55th episode was devoted to Professor R. Vaidyanathan, the leading South Indian geomorphologist, who is still alive and observing a very comfortable retired life at an age of 95 plus. 56th episode was devoted to the 4th anniversary of it was devoted to the journey of 100 years of teaching of modern geography in Indian subcontinent. And the journey of teaching of modern geography in Indian subcontinent was started in 1924, and we devoted our 56th episode, which was organized on the 26th of January 2024. And the 57th episode was devoted to Professor R.N. Mathur, the first geographer who studied the groundwater hydrology, and he is known as the founder of groundwater hydrology of the country. 58th episode was devoted to Shankar Rai, very dynamic and luminary geographer, hailing from the famous Department of Geography of Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University. The 59th episode was devoted to, again, a very important geographer of our country, Professor H.S. Gupta, of Raipur itself. The 60th episode was actually devoted to the evolution and the status of modern geography in India, and our friend from Tribhuvan University, Nepal, Professor Umesh Kumar Mandal, has presented a very exhaustive and very comprehensive history of evolution and the status of modern geography in India. The 61st episode was devoted to Professor Qazi Muhammad Ahmad, who headed the Department of Geography of Jamia Millia Islamia for more than 33 years. And he not only designed and shaped the Department of Geography of Jamia Millia University, New Delhi, but also worked hard for shaping the Jamia Millia Islamia as an very important university of our country. And today it is our 62nd episode, and it is organized on the 5th anniversary of our journey. And today we have completed the successful 4 years of journey. And on the occasion of such a historic day, I am feeling very glad and happy, satisfied too, while I am presenting the report card of our 4-year journey. Friends, IERARD has constituted 14 action groups headed each by an eminent geographer of the country. Every such action group has given one important target. Action Group 1 is given to Professor Devendra Prasad Singh, myself, and it is related to the publication of the series, the first 6 volumes of the lecture series, and which we are going to release very soon. Action Group 2 is headed by Professor V.K. Srivastava of Gorakhpur, and it is devoted to the writing and publication of the history of the Department of Geography of the country. And we have started asking our friends from many universities of our country to write the history. Today's chief speaker, chief guest, Professor Anuradha Sharma, is writing the history of Department of Geography of Jammu, and several others are also writing the history of the concerned department, and we shall be also working on this line. The action group, we have requested one very senior professor of our country, Professor Santosh Shukla Sagar and Kaveri Dhaberkar Bilaspur, for preparation and publication of Directory of Indian Geographers. And the learned leader of these action groups, the leading geographers of our country, have prepared a Google format which we are sharing to our friends in various parts of the country to prepare the Directory of Indian Geographers. The Action Group 4 has been headed by Professor S. Nangia, JNU, and Professor K. Kumaraswamy, Trichy, and it is for the preparation of challenges and prospects of geography in India. Action Group 5 is headed by Professor Rana Pratap, Bodh Gaya, and Professor B.R. Pant, Haldwani, and they are working on preparation and publication of regional geography of India with a special focus on formulation of the sustainable developmental planning for each region. Similarly, Action Group 6 Professor S.K. Chattopadhyay of Thiruvananthapuram was requested to head it, and it was devoted to finalize the mode of celebration of 100 years of geography in India, that is from 1992 to 2021. The Action Group 7 is headed by Professor V.P. Satya of Maduram, and it is working on research and publication related to mountain studies. Action Group 8 is headed by Dr. Rasmi Rai of Sambalpur, presently from Banaras, and she is working on publication of quarterly news bulletin of the IERARD. Action Group 9, Professor R.C. Dhusa of Drake University, Oba, USA, was accepted our request to head and lead the group, but unfortunately, 2-3 months earlier, he left for his heavenly abode, and he was cooperated by Professor Lokesh Srivastava from Jabalpur, and it is the duty of Professor Srivastava, Lokesh Srivastava, to work on this line, and it is regarding the contribution of Indian geographers outside of India. Action Group 10 was suggested and headed by Professor P.R. Vyas of Udaipur, and he is working on linking up the ongoing lecture series and our activities with the international geography community, particularly with the geographers of the SAARC country. Action Group 11, Professor Parveen Saptarshi, Pune. He is patron of this action group, and Professor S.N. Pandey Bhagalpur is the convener. And this action group is working on Gandhi and geography. Action Group 12, headed by Professor Ganesh Kumar Pathak Balia and Professor Sadanand Chaudhary Darbhanga, and they are working on the study of disaster management. Action Group 13 is headed by Professor Madhusri Das Gauhati, and this group is working for studies of sustainable development. Professor B.K. Kar Gauhati is heading our Action Group 14, and this group is for the study of Northeastern Indian geography. And friends, I am happy to note that 5 volumes of the chapters based on these lectures are about to be published. These volumes will be released in a grand function organized in Delhi in a wide publicity through media. We have also constituted South Asia Geographer Association Saga. Saga is being registered as a trust with Patna as its headquarters, and its first convention will be organized soon. We have also organized several meetings on South Asian Geographic Association, and we have discussed the structure and formation of South Asia Geographic Association, and for it we have organized one episode on 19th of March 2023. Another episode for creation of Saga, organization of Saga, was organized on the 30th of April 2023. The 4th meeting or the episode was organized on the 3rd September 2023, and it was moderated by Professor Safdar Ali Siraji, and country representative from Bangladesh, Professor Nazrul Islam, Dr. Yazir Bhutan, country Nepal, Professor Umesh Kumar Mandal, Sri Lanka, A.G. Amar Singh, and from India, our friend, Gandhian geographer, Professor Parveen Saptarshi. Another meeting was organized on the 10th September 2023, and we have decided the modalities for the constitution of the saga. Friends, the IERARD has prepared an atlas of Mahatma Gandhi ji, having 300 maps portraying Gandhi, when, where, and what. In large holdings of all the maps have been also prepared to organize exhibition in each and every university and college of Bihar and several high schools of the state. We are also going to observe Gandhi year. That is from 2nd of October 2025 to 2nd of October 2026. We are planning to observe Mahatma Gandhi year, in which exhibition of maps of Gandhi and model for rural development and village industries will be portrayed. 6 volumes on Gandhi Atlas we have prepared, and we are just going to give the matters to press, which we hope an early release. And the topic, thus spake the Mahatma Gandhi, when, where, and what. We have 6 volumes prepared, ready. And friends, I am again happy to note that this task was given to me by the National Commission on Geography of Peace of National Association of Geographers India, of which Professor A.P. Misra was the chairman, and he was nominated me as co-chairman, and he has given me the task to prepare the atlas, and it took more than 30 years to come to take a shape. This is the first volume, friends, the second volume, the third volume, the fourth volume, the fifth volume, and volume 6, final steps towards independence. We are also working on rural transformation through medicinal herbal plantation. About 100 villages of Bihar are being selected for herbal medicinal plantation. A trio of farmers, Ayurvedic experts, Ayurvedic companies is being formed for the success of the mission. It will cause a large-scale rural employment, a check upon out-migration from villages, demand of Pura, that is provision of urban amenities in rural areas, may be fulfilled, a smart and self-sufficient villages, a smart towns and cities as there will be no overburden of population, no congestion, no pollution, no shortage. Hence, the nation will be strong and vibrant. Thanks, sir. Thanks, friends. And once again, I congratulate you all for your tremendous support and blessings. And we are thankful to our senior friends from various parts of the country and also from outside India. Very senior geographers like Professor Jayaprakash Gupta of Kanpur, and my Gandhian friend and my Bhabhi, Professor Parveen Saptarshi, and Mrs. Saptarshi, friend from Lahore, friend from Goa, and
thank you, sir.
Other parts of the country. Professor R.S. Jadhav, he has supported me to a very significant manner, and without his support, we would not have been able to work on the geographers of Banaras Hindu University. And Professor Siraji, I am also thankful to you. And I am also thankful to all friends, and very thankful to to Dr. Binod Kumar Singh. He has spared so much time from his busy schedule and assured us to support our mission from core of his heart. I am very much thankful to Professor Rana Pratap, who is actually acting as the patron of all the activities organized and performed by IERARD. Professor B.R. Pant, he is supporting us from the very first day. Professor Anuradha Sharma, she is also supporting and very much helpful to us. Anil Sinha from Chhattisgarh, and all friends present on the screen. And I am not intend to take much of your time because I am taking so much of your time. Thank you.
Madam Susna Chauhan, she should be mentioned.
She actually, sir, she is the pillar of our activity. Without her such a wonderful support, we would not have been able to organize such a long journey of our activity. But sir, today is the working day, so most of our friends are Lokesh Srivastava is very much supportive to us, and each and every Akhilesh Tiwari sir and many friends, KB Chamar of Rohtak, Jopsi Sena Madam, Kiran Naik, and many friends whom I can see on the screen. They are all very much supportive. But sir, as today is the working day, and we are habitual to organize our activities, online activities on Sunday, the holiday. But because 27th is the historical day for our activities, so we have organized this episode on a working day. So many of friends could not join because they are working in their institutions. And Professor Chauhan perhaps has also left because she has got a new assignment in the University of Mumbai. And today is the day of examination, and she is engaged in that examination activity. So she asked me in the beginning itself that I will start the session, and please you will have to carry it on. And as soon as she will be free from her duty, she will come to us. So now I have to perform the duty on behalf of Professor Chauhan, and I request Professor Siraji Sahab for his words of support and words of help. Again with the request to fix a date for his lecture on the evolution and status of geography in Pakistan. Professor Siraji Sahab.
Definitely, I will let you know. I will let you know about my lecture. Actually, I was busy in some conferences and to complete my project. But hopefully, I tell you soon to deliver my talk about the history and development of the subject of geography in Pakistan. So at this juncture, I would like to congratulate you and the community which is working with you. You people have done a commendable job for starting this online lecture series. It is always difficult to carry such activities, and for a long time, it's been 4 years you are doing that. And through these lectures, we have come to know how our seniors have contributed in the development of the subject of geography, not only in India, but for the whole South Asia. So I congratulate you on behalf of Pakistan Geographical Association and the fraternity of geographers across Pakistan. And I have told you we are also planning to carry out this activity in Pakistan as well. With this, I beg leave because I have told you I'm not at my place. I'm here at my daughter's home as she's leaving for US after a short time. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, sir, very much. Now I have to request our friend from Banaras, Professor Ram Sakal Jadhav, who has supported us a lot. And without his such a active and very energetic support, it would not have been possible to conduct the journey for such a long time. So, Professor Jadhav.
Hello. Thank you very much, sir. Distinguished luminaries of geography subject, either retired, many are retired and many are working. Of course, it was pleasure for me to associate with Professor Devan Prasad Singh in this venture. He requested me because there was some problem faced. Because of that, things were not taking shape. I also took a challenge and got things arranged so that many of the geographers working in geography, their contributions were possible. I would like to thank Professor Deven Prasad Singh to give me opportunity and pray his venture is successful. Congrats. Congrats from my side.
Thank you, sir, very much. Your such a active support and goodwill. We hope it will continue in future for a long time. Thank you, sir, very much.
Welcome.
Now, may I request Professor Kiran Naik from Goa, the young friend, the energetic friend, the future geographer of our country, Professor Kiran Naik.
Good evening, sir. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Thank you, continue.
Good evening, Kiran. Yeah. First of all, I would like to thank the organizing secretary and Dr. Devendra Sarji for again giving me the opportunity to be the guest of honors on this occasion. And I would like to congratulate the entire team for the grand success of the fourth anniversary of this online lecture series on the founders and makers of the modern geography. It was very nice experience because I'm associated with this. I'm attending since 1 year. And when Devendra Sarji presented the presentation of 4 year journey, I came across that more than 90 or the figure was almost crossing 100 founders and makers of the modern geographers. So thank you for we got to know, we learned about the various contributions of the senior most professors in the geography. So for that, we are very lucky to know because many of us geographers are there with us and many of us left in the heavenly abode. So a huge congratulations and thank you to the organizing secretary for making us aware about the contribution of all the seniors professors. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Naik. Your representation as a young geographer is very important. So we also include some young geographers along with the senior ones. Now, may I request Madam Josephina for his words of as remarks. Madam Josephine. Perhaps She is not responding.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
madam.
evening to everyone. This is greetings from Goa, and thank you very much, Devendra sir, for making me a part of this big geographers family, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and now with the borders moving out to the South Asian countries. Thank you very much, sir. It was a privilege to see all senior geographers. There's a very thin fabric that binds all of us. And I think it's that we all of us belong to this planet. All of us belong to this beautiful subject of geography. I I belong to a very contemporary period, but I take this opportunity to send my greetings to the former professors and the people of your organization, Devin sir, who have been tirelessly, I think, and very meticulously have framed. I was just observing the work that must have been gone into all the episodes. Very meticulously done, sir. And thank you very much for including us contemporary young geographers into your realm. And I wish this organization of us and I wish this family of geographers all the best in the future programs and whatever endeavors they are going to take. Thank you very much, Devin sir. It's a privilege to be on this platform along with all the senior faculty. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, madam, very much. And with a request for your constant help and support.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Now, may I request my very, very close friend from Uttarakhand, Professor B.R. Pant Sahab, who has been supporting us and be with us from the very first day of the journey and supported us in more than one way. So, Professor Pant.
नमस्कार सर, सभी लोगों को गुड इवनिंग। इसमें सर सबसे ज़्यादा योगदान प्रोफेसर देवेंद्र प्रसाद सिंह जी का है कि वो 4 साल से इतने बड़े इस कार्यक्रम को चला रहे हैं और मुझ जैसे बहुत सारे लोग होंगे जिन्होंने भूगोल के पुराने जिन्होंने कि इस भूगोल का पूरी रचना अभी हमारे सामने आई है, जो आधुनिक भूगोल हमारे सामने आया है, उन लोगों को न जाना होगा न उनके नाम सुने होंगे। लेकिन इस कार्यक्रम के माध्यम से मुझ जैसे बहुत सारे भारत ही नहीं, भारत के पड़ोसी, चाहे पाकिस्तान के हो, बांग्लादेश हो, श्रीलंका हो, नेपाल हो, सभी लोगों के कि भूगोल का विकास किस प्रकार से भारत के सीनियर्स ने किया है और किस किस ने किस किस फील्ड में काम किया है, इसकी पूरी जानकारी हम लोगों को उपलब्ध कराने के लिए निश्चित है कि इस कार्यक्रम के संचालक मुख्य रूप से डीपी सिंह सर और बाकी सभी, हम तो यह है कि आपने हमें कार्यक्रम दिया, हमने खोल दिया, लेकिन पूरा जो होमवर्क करना पड़ता है वो इसका पूरा योगदान, पूरा कंट्रीब्यूशन आप लोगों को जाता है, आपकी पूरी टीम को जाता है। और इसके लिए मैं अपनी ओर से और पूरे सभी लोगों की ओर से आपको धन्यवाद भी देना चाहता हूं कि इस प्रकार से हमें जो है भूगोल के विद्वजनों के बारे में जानकारी, उनने किस फील्ड में काम किया, क्या क्या काम किया, कहाँ काम किया, आने वाली पीढ़ी को कम से कम, हालांकि आजकल की पीढ़ी तो नेट में जितना दिखाई देता है उतना दिखाई देता है उनको और उसके आगे उन्होंने कुछ नहीं देखा होता है। लेकिन हम निश्चित है कि आपका ये पब्लिकेशन अगर लोगों के सामने आएगा, ये काम लोगों के सामने आएगा, तो निश्चित है कि वो लोग भी पीछे मुड़ करके देखेंगे, पीछे मुड़ करके खोजेंगे कि किस किस व्यक्ति ने किस किस ढंग से काम किया है। तो मैं बहुत बहुत अपनी ओर से आपको और अपनी पूरे इस फ्रेटर्निटी की ओर से जो है कि आपको धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ कि आपने ये पूरा कार्यक्रम चलाया और हमारा पूरा सपोर्ट सहयोग आपके साथ रहेगा और इसका जो भी आगे से जो आउटपुट आएगा वो निश्चित है कि हमारी भावी पीढ़ी के लिए जो है एक मील का पत्थर साबित होगा। धन्यवाद।
Friends, Professor Pant is a man who has been supporting from the very first day of our journey, and he worked very hard to trace the biography of a very, very important geographer of the country who has been the makers of most of the Indian geographers, Professor Muhammad Yunus. Friends, we are not able to trace even a single line, a single sentence about Professor Yunus, but Professor Pant has labored hard for several months and got a very comprehensive chapter on Professor Yunus, and proved that he was the man who was the maker of most of the leading contemporary geographer of the country, like Professor M. Safi, Professor P. Dayal, Professor Inayat Ahmad, Professor R.P. Singh, Professor S.M. Ali, all were students of Professor Yunus. And he was the first man, Muhammad Yunus was the first man to did his doctoral degree from any Indian university in geography, and as early as in 1941. So, friend Pant, you have helped us very significantly in compiling the story of a very leading geographer of our country. Thanks, sir, and hope your support will be constantly we shall be getting. Now, may I request our friend from Chhattisgarh, Professor Anil Kumar Sinha ji from Chhattisgarh, who is also supporting us very much and working on the matters which are very rare. He was here, but now perhaps he is not responding. So may I request Tulika Sinha ji for her remarks. Tulika Sinha ji. Now another young friend, Dr. Akhilesh Tiwari ji. Sir, we intend to hear some remarks from your mouth.
आप सभी को प्रणाम। मैं फर्स्ट एपिसोड से ही लगा हुआ हूँ और लगभग 95% एपिसोड मैंने सुना है, और मुझे ये गर्व है कि मैंने भारत के जितने भी जागरफर रहे हैं जिन्होंने भारत के भूगोल को गढ़ा है, उनके बारे में जानकारी प्राप्त किया, और साथ ही मैंने अपने दोस्तों से भी इस एपिसोड को अटेंड करने के लिए कहा था, लेकिन बहुत कम लोगों ने इसमें इंटरेस्ट लिया है। लेकिन जिन लोगों ने इंटरेस्ट लिया है बीच बीच में, उन लोगों का कहना ये है कि ऐसे ऐसे जागरफर के बारे में हम लोग को जानकारी प्राप्त हुई जिनको हम लोग कभी न तो किताबों में पढ़ा था, न इंटरनेट पे देखा था, और कहीं भी इसके बारे में कोई जानकारी नहीं थी। तो इस तरह से ये जो हमारा 4 वर्ष पूरा हुआ है, इस 4 वर्ष में हम लोगों को जितनी भी जानकारी प्राप्त हुई है भारत और पड़ोसी देश के बारे में, उतनी जानकारी तो मुझे लगता है कि लगभग 25 साल के मेरे टीचिंग अनुभव में नहीं हुआ था। थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू तिवारी साहब वेरी मच। You are supporting us from the very beginning, and hope your constant and tremendous support we shall be getting. Now, very senior professor of the country, and the idea to organize such lectures given by Professor P.S. Tiwari ji, the patron of our episode, and he is the person who has motivated me to organize such lectures. So, sir, Tiwari sir, may I request for a few words and blessings from your mouth? Sir, Tiwari sir, blessings from your mouth.
हेलो।
Yes sir, yes sir.
हाँ, अभी लिंक भेज दीजिए, उसको जिसको वो है देखना होगा वो देख सकता है कम से कम, या सुन सकता है।
हम देख भी सकते हैं, सुन भी सकते हैं सर।
He is not well. His appearance is as blessings for us. He has been seriously ill. Now he is ailing. Now I have to request our friend from Pune, the Gandhian geographer of the country, Professor Parveen Saptarshi ji. He is also one of the engineer who is engineering the Association of South Asian Geographers, and he is the Indian representative of the platform. So, Professor Saptarshi ji, blessing from your mouth.
Thank you very much for your kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, it is really a painstaking and job done by Professor Devendra Singh. Another thing that I have also got opportunity to visit his place and come with and join with him for the studies on Gandhi by visiting Champaran. So he is such a fellow, so sincere, so hardworking, and that's why we could see that so many episodes have been completed, and he has narrated each one with a great sincerity, and he has great patience. I was absent for so many episodes, but he's insisting every time he will phone us, he will tell us, and he's such a great fellow, and that's why I think that we will get definite good success, and whatever he has done, he has done a commendable job, and for his job, we all congratulate him, and also we also support you, sir, for the future endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, very much. And we are planning one Gandhian year, observe Gandhian year from the 2nd of October 2025 to 2nd of October 2026. And we are going to exhibit our hoardings of maps of Gandhi in each and every university and college of Bihar, and even in the high schools and villages. And once I will request you to take the trouble and pain to come and spend nights in Bihar villages as a year before. Thank you, sir, very much. Now, Dr. Anil Kumar Sinha ji from Chhattisgarh. Anil Kumar Sinha ji.
जी जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। मुझे सबसे पहले तो आप सभी का आशीर्वाद मिला, प्रोफेसर डीपी सिंह साहब का। मैं थोड़ी देर के लिए अलग हो गया था, कुछ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव काम में लगा हुआ था। तो निश्चित रूप से ये जो आज का माइलस्टोन का ये जो प्रोग्राम था, आज का कार्यक्रम था, हमारा एकेडमिक कार्यक्रम, इसमें हमारी जो पहली पीढ़ी के जो जोग्राफर हैं इस इंडिया भारत के, दूसरी पीढ़ी और तीसरी पीढ़ी के सभी जोग्राफर्स के बारे में जो लगातार एपिसोड चलते रहे, और निश्चित रूप से जो आज के हमारे जो जोग्राफर्स हैं, नए जोग्राफर्स हैं, उनको यह लगातार ये जानकारी मिलती रही कि कितना रीच रहा है हमारा भी देश जोग्राफी में, जोग्राफिकल रिसर्च में। छत्तीसगढ़ थोड़ा कमोबेश पिछड़ा हुआ जरूर है, लेकिन हम लोग भी यहाँ पर जोग्राफिकल एसोसिएशन जो भूगोल परिषद है, छत्तीसगढ़ भूगोल परिषद, उसके माध्यम से यहाँ पर प्रत्येक वर्ष नेशनल सेमिनार कॉन्फ्रेंस यहाँ पर आयोजित होते रहे हैं। आप सभी से निश्चित रूप से यह आशीर्वाद हमेशा मिलता रहा है। इसमें बहुत सारे जोग्राफर्स ऐसे हैं जो हमारे छत्तीसगढ़ में भी आकर के वो अपना एकेडमिक अचीवमेंट से हम सबों को परिचित कराते रहे हैं। मैं बहुत बहुत आभारी हूं डॉक्टर देवेंद्र प्रसाद सिंह साहब से कि उन्होंने मुझे भी इस एपिसोड में अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन के लिए मुझे मौका दिया, और जो प्लानिंग है इस फोरम का, इस पटल का, वो निश्चित रूप से बहुत सराहनीय है। आज के कार्यक्रम में मुझे सम्मिलित करने के लिए मैं बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, sir, very much. And your support and cooperation in future in a big way, we shall getting from your side.
Sir.
And this request, now I want to call one of the patron of this series, Professor Rana Pratap, who has been motivating me from very long period to do something, and he is supporting me more than one way, and he is not only blessing but also give me patronage and all types of support. So, Professor Rana Babu, bless us with your blessing words.
Thank you very much, Devendra Babu. You have spoken a lot about me. This is a fact that from very beginning I am with you, and what we are doing, we have tried our best to make it success, and now I hope that we are proceeding to have success, and I actually pray to God that you must be in good health to complete this. So we have completed 4 years successfully. Now we are going to enter in 5th year, and this will continue. And you have announced that we are going to publish some the episode volume very soon. If it would be published, that will come in light. The people will appreciate our efforts. What you have done, that is wonderful. I appreciate, and I pray to God that you continue go, and I am always with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. My own elder brother, Rana Babu, and you would be happy to know that as per your suggestion and advice, you have advised that we should also work on the Geographical Association and journals of our country. So, sir, now we are also in a position to have a separate volume on Geographical Associations and journals in India. And we have added one chapter in second volume of our this series. And we have collected so much material that a separate volume on association and journals can be completed. So, with all respect and regards, we shall be needful of your patronage and blessings for a long time. And sir, I am assuring you that till the last breath of my breath, I shall be working for the cause of geography. And so many episodes may be conducted. And even after me, our research institute will continue the task. Thank you, sir, very much.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So before the presidential address, I have to request our today's chief guest, Professor Anuradha Sharma of Jammu, for her remarks. Professor Anuradha Sharma.
A very good evening to all the respected professors present over here. I hope I am audible to all. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, madam, you are.
Yes. Okay, thank you. So this Institute of Environmental Research and Rural Development that had organized the 62nd episode of this online lecture series on founders and makers of modern geography in India. It is celebrating the 4th anniversary celebration of the lecture series. And we have many distinguished guests, very senior professors and very distinguished guests with us. And along with the observers from Saga, especially Professor Sabdar Ali Shirazi, Professor Umesh Mandal, from many others. So this event has featured a report on the 4-year journey of the lecture series and future programs uh, which are which are in the visionary mind of Professor Devendra Singh ji, and actually it aims to bring together the renowned geographers and experts to discuss the contribution of the founders and makers of the modern geography in India. This is a very significant milestone for the Institute of Environmental Research and Rural Development. It has a great objectivity to bring together these experts and their work, which they have done in a documented form. Actually, this helps in facilitating knowledge sharing. Experts who had done their who had done their research and shared their experiences and insights. Then it has also fostered the collaboration that can, network and potentially collaborate on the future projects. This has been very important. I would say uh, that this platform has offered us, like our pioneer geographers who were focusing on the foundational knowledge of the groundwork done by the by earlier geographers and the present day geographers, uh, 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 from the various lectures we have come to know about them, and they have established the core and methodologies which are the basis for shaping the discipline. And this interdisciplinary approach has organized the interconnectedness of the human as well as the physical phenomena that we study in geography. Uh, these lecture series, they have helped in exploring, mapping, and documenting, which is a very basic exercise that needs to be followed, and it has been very nicely, presented by Professor Davinder, who's doing the core job of geography by understanding the geography of the geographers. My salutations to you, sir. I yet have to meet a man of such degree of devotion, consistency, and humbleness to match with. I have attended many conferences, both online and offline, and I have also had the opportunity of organizing certain, conferences, and we all understand the amount of input that is required to make it successful. Without your commendable hard work and sincerity, which is reflected by you, especially has made us to come to this day, where we are celebrating the 4th anniversary of so many lecture series. So many years of this platform, not only in India, but is getting a wider shadow at a wider level in the different geographical locations of the world. And these lecture series which were presented, they have a great relevance in understanding the global issues at different time periods, when our esteemed geographers thought of picking it up, and they were helping in enriching the geographical knowledge and enhancing the nature and scope of the subject. These lectures have actually helped us to understand the challenges faced by our seniors, and how they moved ahead with their will and vision. I am recollecting certain incidences in which the sharing of how the subject grew from school to college and finally to universities during different challenging times, they have left an impeccable impact on us. Sir, actually, the kind of work that you are doing, of course, with the guidance of our very senior professors that we often see here on this particular platform, especially the concept of not only not only working on the founders and makers of the of geography of India, modern geography in India, and as I said, taking it to the nearby boundaries of the country. But a concept of working on Gandhian studies is also really is very very commendable, and the your vision, your hard work, your knowledge, and all this actually is reflected in the concept of creating the active group, so that everybody is involved, taking interest in taking this particular platform much forward to our younger geographers. You have a visionary capacity, and your relentless work on in this direction is exemplary, sir. And we are all great. We are all grateful to you for giving us this opportunity of working with you, and learning from you. I hope we come up to your expectations, and we'll be in a position to really give what in our little capacities we can. Thank you very much, sir, for having me here and giving me this opportunity of being here along with all my senior and junior geographers of the country and the nearby countries also. Thank you very much.
These activities, but most of the senior geographers of our country have blessed us, and they are still blessing. And young geographers like you, and junior geographers in large number, many of them are helping, patronizing us to perform the job. One of the very senior geographer, Professor Sudhish Nangia, madam, who has also been guiding and patronizing us from the very beginning. She is here, and I request Professor Nangia, madam, on the occasion of this 5th anniversary, madam, we are now completed 4 years journey, and today is the 5th anniversary of our journey, and your support from the very beginning, the very first day, is very commendable, and we have all respect and regards for your support and cooperation. So, madam, we require a few words from your mouth as blessing and patronage. Professor Madam Nangia. Your voice is not coming, madam.
Unmute yourself, ma'am. Unmute yourself. Yes, now you are unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Doctor, sir, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Of course, I have been very busy all along. आपको मालूम है कि पिछले 2 साल से I have not been so consistent in participating in all the activities which have been conducted by you. But I feel that these 4 years or 5 years of our journey towards understanding geography, geographers, and the transformations which have gone on in the subject matter of geography, the attitude of the young scholars, which has been far diversified now than it was during our period, and also the authorities towards the of having and they have been isolated from in the 50s, 70s, and later years underwent a certain transformation because of the experiences which we had from the interdisciplinary subjects which entered into the market, into the academic world. And geographers have been forerunners in accepting those challenges. I must congratulate you, sir, and also our geography community, our younger generation, which is really diversifying itself, and the senior generation who gave us uh, an illuminating path to follow. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Madam, we are very much grateful to you, whether you are present on each and every episode or not. Your blessings, we feel and we experience your blessings, and your support from the core of your heart. We always feel it and experience it. And Madam, uh, without your support and cooperation, it would not have been possible to complete such a difficult, long 4 years journey. Thank you,
Thank you,
Madam, very
sir.
much.
Thank you.
Before inviting the President for the presidential address, I request any of you who want to have some words on the occasion. If anyone are here intend to have some words on our 5th anniversary. So now one friend, Dr. Parmanand Singh, who is a silent listener and supporting from the very first day, I request Professor Parmanand Singh for a few words of his experience, remarks regarding our activity. Professor Parmanand ji. Just a few words, Parmanand ji. No, only a smile. So now the time is for the presidential address. The young, dynamic, and future Dean and Doyen of Indian Geography, Professor Dr. Vinod Kumar Singh ji, for his presidential address.
First of all, thank you, sir. Good evening to all, and greetings from Kolkata, especially from Natmo family. This is the day, this is the very auspicious day today. We are celebrating the Rath Yatra day of our Raja Jagannath ji. So I wish you everyone of this auspicious day for having a blissful life and peaceful life in your journey. So before coming to the main point, sir, this is not a present like a formal presidential address. I am just going to share my views, what I have felt from this narrative so far, shared by you on this very special day. This journey, the 4th year celebration, is being presented or celebrated on the day of this auspicious day. So this is not a simple day. This can be considered very special day on which we have recorded the contribution of so many uh, geographers of our country. And Professor, especially Professor D.P. Singh, I considered him as a more than a geographer. He is a renowned human being who having the amazing talent of taking forward the work of work which was done by Robert Eric Robinson Dickinson, who has written the book, The Makers of Modern Geography in Global Perspective. So you are the torch bearer and the Indian Dickinson who is taking our knowledge ahead for our third generation or fourth generation geographers. I also belong to the geography or fraternity of third generation of this country, because you are recording all the contributions who has made during the last 100 years, sir. So 100 years is the introduction of geography, but formally I consider that this subject has been introduced in this country in last 75 years. Formally it has been evolved through the attempt has been made by Professor S.P. Chatterjee, Professor R.L. Singh, Cheever, and so many renowned geographers you have already elaborated in your discussions. So yeah, I would say that Professor Singh has come with this outstanding work. This is not a simple, easy task. I would say that this is the outcome of the conflict of his heart and mind. अगर ख्वाहिश कुल कुछ अलग करने की होती है तो दिल और दिमाग के बीच बगावत लाजमी है। तो ये सिंपल लोग नहीं कर सकते हैं सर, आपके दिल और दिमाग की बगावत है, जो हम अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं कि स्पार्किंग माइंड है। स्पार्किंग माइंड का आउटकम है जो आप इस जर्नी को तय किया है और सक्सेसफुली 4 साल तक लोगों को जोड़ा है। और यू हैव फॉलोड द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ inclusivity. You have covered almost all the people beyond the boundary also. You are the person who is recording the contribution of the Indian people. Earlier it was the history that our contribution is being or have been recorded by the foreigners, not by us. So it is you who is recording the contribution of our people, and our people is going to read it honestly in true perspective of contribution made by our people. So a special credit goes to you, sir. Your contribution will be reckoned like this. And with this note, I would say that, sir, कि, as we know that the present is the key to the past, so you are creating a history in the present moment for giving the path to the people those who are coming to study as a study geography as a discipline. Because nowadays what I am feeling that the current generation or the current students are very reluctant to opt geography as a subject in university because of the limited job opportunities, their participation in the policy framework, or the in the field of government decisions. I'm seeing that most of the people are studying geography and they are involving themselves in the learning and teaching process. They are not coming forward and their contributions are not being considered or recognized for the planning and the policy formulation. So with these words, sir, I would say that this is your outstanding contribution through which you are recording the outstanding works of our geographers, and you are the person who is defining the explicitity of the geography in the country, who that will give the new dimension to our people, our students, our Indian citizens, and our neighboring people to read geography in their own way. Because somebody somewhere I was studying, sir, if some countries have too much history and some countries have too much geography, but we have both. We have the credit of having both. We have too much history also, and we have too much geography also. So you are recording the our geography of the nation. And the third one is that everything has to do with the geography, because if you are not considering geography in your day-to-day decision making, you are not going to take a right decision for yourself and for your country also. So without geography, you are nowhere. So you are not just recording the geography or the contribution of the geography. You are proving or recording the existence of Indian geographers in the history, sir, in the days to come. So I'm not taking too much time, sir, but I would say that you are the only persons who are connecting our people and recording these things. So I would congratulate that you are going to publish all these volumes in coming days or coming months. and I will be personally happy to engage myself with your journey, sir. And NATMO is standing behind you in all your endeavor, either in publishing your atlas on Gandhi or the Gandhi and geography, or whatever you are doing for the humanity. It is commendable, sir. So I am seeing this journey more than recording of contribution of geographers, but it is like a recording of our contribution in our way. So in the last, I would say that now it has become a matter of history that foreigners write about us, but today we have started writing contribution of our people honestly for coming generation, which needs to be promoted loudly. It should be promoted loudly also, sir. What you are doing, no, it needs motion, promotion at the appropriate platform. Then it would be useful for us, sir. So in the last, sir, I would say that. One request. I will end with one request that you please consider the contribution of Professor B.K. Rai, who was the ex-director of NATMO also, and he was one of the alumnus of BHU, and he was Deputy Registrar General of MAP in the Registrar General Office for a long time. So his contribution can also be considered as a professional geographer, and their contribution can be included in your work, sir. So with these words, I pay my deep request to Professor Rana Pratap sir, the senior professor. He is like a grandfather for me. Professor Nangia, Professor Praveen sir, and all senior people, especially Professor Anuradha Sharma madam. So it is a holding hand salute to all of you. You are all the first or second generation geographers that you guide us. We will serve for the country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
President sir, very much. And I have to add that we are also going to organize volumes on the professional geographers. Professor Dr. Nag has already suggested us to have episodes on professional geographers. And I have requested Dr. Nag to convene this action group, that is episodes on professional geographer. And he has assured us to organize lectures and write-ups on professional geographers. So in future, we are also planning to have episodes on professional geographers. And may I request you to provide us a list of such professional Indian geographers, and also suggest the names who will write on such Indian professional geographers. And
Sure, sir.
and
Sure,
in
sure,
future,
I will do that, sir.
we shall also devote many of our episodes and volumes on professional geographers. And you have supporting us from your core of the heart. So we are very much thankful to you, sir. And your support and your help will make us capable to do many more things in the future to come. Thank you, sir, very much. And thank you all the several generations of Indian geographers, right from Professor Rana Pratap and Saptarshi ji, Nangia madam, the senior Professor P.S. Tiwari, and next generation Dr. R.S. Jadhav, sir, Radha madam, sir, and all the young geographers who are watching and who is helping us. And as today, by the working day and institutional works, so they shall be getting today's program, which have been recorded and also live on YouTube. The